All right, picture the scene. It's the winter of 1989. The night skies over Europe are suddenly filled with something completely defying the laws of known physics. We're talking about massive, completely silent black triangles just effortlessly hovering over towns and highways. Now, the media at the time, they quickly tried to brush it all off as a mass hallucination. But that explanation completely falls apart when you look at the military data. Specifically, the dramatic scramble of NATO F-16 interceptors, desperately trying to hunt down an object that simply shouldn't exist. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're putting aside the folklore and cracking open the Aerospace patent ledger to figure out exactly what kind of black-budget mothership was flying over Belgium.
To really wrap our heads around the sheer scale of this event, we have to look at the timeline. Because this wasn't just some one-off sighting by a lone person on a dark road. The Belgian UFO wave was a sustained, highly documented event. Starting in November 1989, we see the first massive wave of civilian sightings. By December, thousands, literally thousands of written, sworn police statements are filed by terrified, confused, and fascinated citizens. But the absolute climactic moment, the moment that proves this was hard, physical hardware, that comes in March of 1990, when the Belgian Air Force achieves hard radar locks on these silent black triangles, objects that were executing maneuvers thought to be completely impossible.
So what exactly are we looking at here? Look, it is incredibly easy to jump straight to the extraterrestrial hypothesis, right? To assume this has to be some kind of alien vanguard. But the sources we're analyzing today present a radically different, and frankly, much more grounded thesis. What if these craft weren't from another galaxy, but from our own black-budget aerospace programs? What if the impossible physics we saw in 1990 were just the highly classified terrestrial testing phases of a military platform?
Okay, let's dive straight into this forensic audit. Here's our agenda, taking us from the raw data of the Belgian Intercept all the way to the specific aerospace patents that prove exactly how human engineering achieved the impossible.
Section 1. The Belgian Intercept and the Impossible Physics. The sheer scale of this event is honestly staggering. 13,500. According to our sources, that is the estimated number of civilians and police officers who witnessed these black triangles over a very tense 5-month period. They were witnessing the TR-3A Black Manta. This was a subsonic, stealthy flying wing acting as a high-altitude electronic warfare mothership, and the sheer volume of observation makes this one of the most thoroughly witnessed aerospace anomalies in modern history.
And you know what? The military data perfectly backs up those witnesses. Radar telemetry captured by the Belgian F-16s showed targets dropping from 10,000 feet to just 500 feet in 5 seconds. Then they accelerated from a slow cruise of 170 miles per hour to over 1,100 miles per hour practically instantaneously. The math on those movements equals an estimated 500 to 1,000 G-forces. To put that in perspective, a pilot's internal organs would literally rupture at around 15 Gs. This machine was laughing at conventional physics. Or actually, more accurately, the autonomous drones it was deploying were laughing at physics, while the actual mothership just hid in the dark.
Section 2. The TR-3A Black Manta, the Terrestrial Architect.
To fully appreciate the engineering marvel here, you have to understand its purpose. We aren't talking about some nimble little fighter jet. Eyewitnesses and insider accounts describe a massive manta ray or boomerang shape. It was this huge flying wing equipped with cavernous internal payload bays. And these bays were specifically designed to deploy autonomous drones and advanced electronic warfare packages, all without risking a single human pilot in those high-G maneuvers. Now, you might be wondering, how on earth could something this massive be built and flown without the public knowing? Well, our sources explain that the Manta was actually designed right alongside the famous F-117 Nighthawk. Military contractors have a very long, highly documented history of flying advanced platforms decades before public acknowledgement. The TR-3A operated as a high-altitude laser designator for the F-117s during the Gulf War, penetrating enemy airspace completely invisible to radar. Section 3. Engineering the Silence and the Patent Ledger. So the engineering solution isn't magic. It's actually right there in the patent office. Our sources cite U.S. patent D325565S, assigned to Teledyne Ryan Aeronautical back in April 1992. It outlines an aircraft that perfectly matches the exact bat-winged, tailless geometry reported by thousands of Belgian civilians. There's absolutely no science fiction or anti-gravity required here, just highly advanced, standard jet propulsion hidden within a brilliant stealth profile. Okay, but how do we explain those impossible radar locks the Belgian F-16s captured?
Humans definitely weren't pulling 1,000 Gs, while the TR-3A Black Manta was acting as a mothership, deploying lightweight autonomous radar-spoofing drones straight from its internal bays. Because these smaller drones lacked human pilots, they could easily execute impossible maneuvers, violently distracting the F-16 interceptors and spoofing their radar, all while the massive manned mothership cruised away safely and silently.
Section 4. Stealth Geometry and Active Spoofing.
To understand how a craft this huge vanishes from advanced radar, we have to look at extreme geometric design. If you look at a standard jet, it has vertical tail fins and sharp angles that bounce radar waves right back to the enemy. The TR-3A achieved stealth by completely eliminating vertical tail fins. It used a flat, blended batwing geometry that was heavily coated in early-generation highly toxic radar-absorbent material, or RAM for short. It was essentially a dark shape that just soaked up electromagnetic energy like a sponge.
This deep invisibility is honestly a massive achievement of terrestrial aerospace engineering. It combined the radar-absorbent hull coating with that sweeping tailless structure to ensure absolutely nothing bounced back to the NATO radars. And if a radar wave did somehow manage to break through, the Manta relied on its powerful electronic warfare arrays to actively jam the signal, literally filling enemy screens with phantom targets and chaotic noise.
Section 5. The Glowing Orbs Explained. Now, if you've ever read about the Belgian wave, there is one super consistent visual fingerprint: massive, glowing lights at the corners of the craft. While UFO lore loves to claim these are anti-gravity drives, our sources bring this right back down to Earth. The glowing orbs were likely experimental afterburners from advanced jet engines buried deep inside the hull to hide their heat signatures. Alternatively, they were intense visual emissions from the high-powered electronic warfare arrays used to actively jam those F-16 radars.
And that brings us to the terrifying silence of the craft. It wasn't parting the air with plasma or anything. It was explicitly designed as a subsonic stealth wing. To remain completely undetected while designating targets or deploying those drones, the TR-3A flew low, slow, and strictly subsonic. By never breaking the sound barrier, it never created a physical sonic boom. It was a jet-powered ghost slipping through the night sky in total silence.
Section 6. The Patent Ledger Verdict. When you step back and look at all of this forensic data together, the TR-3A relies on a highly realistic terrestrial defense matrix. You've got the batwing geometry minimizing the radar cross-section, you've got the RAM stealth coating absorbing whatever radar hits it, and you have the cavernous payload bays deploying spoofing drones to execute impossible maneuvers. All of this operates in tandem to create the ultimate illusion. The conclusion drawn by our deep dive into this source material is actually pretty stark. The TR-3A Black Manta over Belgium is not an alien mystery. It's a terrifyingly logical puzzle of advanced human engineering. When you lock these specific patents and mission profiles together, the picture of a terrestrial, black-budget warship operating with absolute impunity becomes undeniably complete.
We've covered a massive amount of engineering data today, breaking down how the seemingly impossible mechanics of the Belgian UFO wave might actually be parked right here in a terrestrial hangar. So I want to leave you with this final thought. The next time you look up at the night sky and see something doing the absolutely impossible, will you assume it's extraterrestrial, or will you ask who holds the patent? Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Keep questioning and keep looking up.